when I started in 1994 with a method that is called family constellations, I didn't know where this would lead to, but I'm very happy that it was possible for me to come into contact with family constellation with this type of method. That's a method where we use persons, human beings, as a mirror of the inner processes of us. Yeah? It's a method where you have a mirroring and a resonance process. Yeah? The person that is representing you or your father, your mother, or your sibling, whoever, yeah, this person mirrors something, he shows something, and what's very important, it shows something emotional, not only on a cognitive level, but with the body. With the body, the emotions are there. So, and the body mirrors something, and if you go into resonance with that, then something can happen. Then something can show up, and more can show up. So I started with a traditional approach of family constellation in 1994, and it ended in 1998, where some changes in the type of method were developed. It was in 1999 up to 2002, where the one that developed this method, Bert Hellinger, called what he was doing movement of the soul. That means it was more open, more free way of working with this constellation method. It was not so structured, but it's more freely. Sometimes only taking one representative and looking at this person, how she behaves, and think, okay, maybe there comes something up that touches the client, and it is, and it did. Yeah? Sometimes it's only necessary to bring some resonance process further, and then maybe it's already a lot of things that happen inside the client. And by the years, I more and more understood what's going to show up when we work with representatives, and so I learned more about the bonding processes that show up, and I learned more about trauma. Beforehand, I didn't know really what that trauma was showing up when I worked with family constellations or movement of the soul. So I more and more understood what trauma is, and then I called this approach trauma constellations. No longer family constellations, but more trauma constellations, and more, not so much looking at the family or looking at the system, but more looking at the person, the client. More and more, again, looking at the client in his system. And the focus of the intervention is not the system, but is the client.